Good morning, and welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are just going to do a make for our night before Christmas journal. I think I've decided that I am only going to use this book, even though the story is incomplete. I still have time to change my mind. Not a lot of time, but some time. Today's July 7th, and I have not been in my craft space since I made the last video, and what was that, on the 1st or whatever? So I got to be getting my behind in gear. I've had company all weekend. We'll have company till I think Wednesday at least, and so it's been a little bit challenging to get in here. So it's my brother, and it's the first time he's been up here. So he and Mark are doing some things this morning, and they're going to go over to the barn. So I'm like, okay, doing laundry, and I'm going to film. And here we are. So I have here a scrap that was in my Graphic 45 envelope, and it was 6 inches wide, and I cut it down to 8 3/4 inches tall. So the journal itself, the cover, is 6 3/4 wide. So I have some wiggle room there. It's gonna be fun to deal with that. Oh, hi, honey. She is having a really hard time because my brother's dog is here. And so since it's quiet this morning, she's like, Mom, I need attention. So we're going to work around Chloe this morning, and hopefully she'll cooperate. So what I want to do is use my tab punch. If we can get the little fuzzy tail out of the way here. We're going to use a tab punch, and I just want to put a tab on this somewhere. It can just be on the edge, and maybe that would just be simpler. Like that. Oh, is my thingy not in here right? Wait a minute. Ooh, I don't know what I did, but that just rounded that corner for me, so we'll put the tab on the other side. I'm not really sure. Oh, that's why. Corner rounder and side tabs. Huh. Didn't know it would do that. That was in the wrong hole. That's funny. And then I'm going to come over here, and I think I'm just going to put, if you don't have this tab board, it's okay. This is the We Are Memory Keepers punch board. You could just use your corner rounder here, and then, I'm not even going to tell you how to make a tab right now because my brain isn't working. And I'll put a tab here, like so. And then I have to cut this straight edge off, so having that corner rounder, it didn't even matter. Oh my goodness. So I hope everybody's doing well today. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Please bear with me. I truly am absolutely exhausted today. It's just been a long few days. I feel like I just did that wrong. I hope not. I know I did. What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. It's okay. It came off. We'll fix it. We'll straighten it up. That blade might be getting dull. Well, that was weird and random. You guys are going to be like, maybe you shouldn't be trying to film today. Anyway, I've been thinking about this project like a lot and what we want to do. I just have to get my head in it. You know what I mean? So now we have a tab. And this paper is like got all the words every which direction, so it really doesn't matter the direction of it, so to speak, as far as that goes. So we have this side with all the words, and what I'm thinking, oh, that like has a weird little, I don't know what it did. We'll just trim that off there. And I do still want to round that edge on that. I liked that. So we're going to do that again, but I'll just use my corner chomper wherever it is. Yeah, Chloe has just been desperate. She finally, so my brother got here Friday, and his dog is she's got a lot of energy. And so Chloe is like, what is that? Because as far as we know, like since we've had her, she has not been around another pet. And so anyway, she's like, what's that? Well, last night I think she'd had enough of hiding. She came down and was like laying right beside Mark, but she had herself backed up beside him in his chair. And then he was like, I got to get up. And I said, well, give her to me. So she kind of did the same to me. I had a blanket kind of over my lap where I had it like bunched up so she could kind of hide a little bit. Poor thing. She never took her eyes off the dog. Not that I blame her, but it's been interesting, that's for sure. And my brother's dog has severe separation anxiety, and we've done a couple things where she's not been able to go. So that has also been interesting. Okay, so what I want to do on here is create a couple of pockets on this. And I'm trying to think, I have to keep my, make sure I keep my direction right. So we can see what we want to use for a pocket. And, you know, we have the digitals, we have this ephemera set, and some of these cards are like journaling cards. So I was trying to think what I want to do as far as a pocket and what we want to put in there. And I'm telling you, these cards lend themselves to embellishment. So we're definitely going to put some bling on some of those pieces. So I just have to see what I have. I kind of wanted to put 2 side pockets, so direction is going to matter. Oh, and look at this really pretty piece from Tracy that I have in that bin. So what did I do with that bin? Just gonna kind of look in here quickly to see what I might have that we might be able to use for pockets. And not much, but we have lots of pieces for journaling cards. So I'll dig through here. I don't want to wrinkle it on camera to be really loud. Okay, I've got some scraps pulled out here of the Graphic 45 paper, and I just want to see like what will work as far as making papers. I mean, I'm telling you, I love that Argyle print so much. Like, I love Argyle. But anyway, I do tend to keep all of my little Graphic 45 scraps because even like that little reindeer, wouldn't he make a fun little tab off the edge of something? So we have to keep him in mind for a piece. Then that's another journaling card. So we have here, we have these 2 lighter blue pieces we could use, or we could do red for a contrasting color. And I think I want to go with the red. So let's see. Yeah, I like the red. Okay, so I think I would just want to put, ooh, that's too busy. Ooh, I kind of like it on there. Yeah, let's do it. So I'm going to cut my red piece at 8 3/4 as well. And the size really doesn't matter. You can just do this for whatever your project size is. That isn't going to matter. 8 3/4. And then we have a great little card size there, or pocket as well. And then what I'm going to do is, and actually this is big enough, you could almost put 3 pockets in here, but I just want to put 2 pockets in here. And that's still, okay, so that's going to be our top, right? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about what I'm doing. I apologize. So 8 3/4 is 8 6/8, which is 4 3/8 is the halfway. So 1, 2, 3. I'm using my scoring blade, not my cutting blade. I just want to put a little bit of a score in there so I can see the middle of that pocket. And I think I just want to run a little bit of ink on that just to kind of highlight. And then, you know, if you wanted to, you could totally put some stitching on here. And part of the reason I wanted to see the middle of that is so that I could just put a thumb notch in here. And I'm going to fold this in half so that way they are the same on both sides. Ooh, that was a little thick for my punch. So, so let's see. The last video we did was about the product, so I'm glad overall it seems like you guys enjoyed that video. I know there were some questions about some other products, but we'll get there. I know, Grace, you asked me about mica, and I'll talk about mica in a different video for you. And go from there. I think I'm going to... Okay, so we're going to glue around the 3 edges, but I'm also going to put a little bit of glue in the middle of this. And this morning, I just have my art glitter glue. It's the first thing that I grabbed sitting here. So we went to the Small Engine Tractor show here on Saturday morning, and they have a flea market there, and it is so much fun. I found some really fun goodies. And I couldn't go last year because of my foot, and so it was really nice to go do that. And actually my son and his girlfriend went also, so it was just a really nice day. Then we all went to lunch and then came home, and it was like so hot Saturday. I'm shaky this morning, I apologize. It was so hot Saturday that we came home, and I don't nap very well. I've just never been a napper, or not as an adult anyway. And poor Mark, I told you guys, like, he'd been sick, right? He's getting better, but it really kicked him in the pants. But we came home after eating lunch, and we were all full and hot and tired. So the guys laid down. Mark slept for 2.5 hours, and my brother slept for 3 hours. I'm like, you lucky ducks. And then we went to a friend's to watch fireworks Saturday night, so that was fun. Okay, I want that at the top. I'm just trying to keep my direction on that. One thing that we could do on these snowflakes that I think would be super fun is make them sparkle somehow. So I want to embellish the page, and then whatever is left, I need to remember that I want to sparkle it. But anyway, yeah, it was just a really nice time. We could do something like that and put a pocket there, or a tuck of some sort. We could. What's this piece? Oh, just a green piece. Busy. I'm trying not to make it super busy. Is that too much? It might be too much. I haven't been in here for a few days, like I said, so then it's like a matter of trying to get back in a creative flow, which actually is not that easy when you haven't been in your space for a while. You know what we could do? Obviously, I can't make a decision. I was auditioning pieces for this to embellish it, and this is one of the Tracy pieces, and I thought, well, that's kind of cute down here for a little tuck spot here. And then I thought, well, 2 of the bears across there would be kind of a fun piece too, just for a small tuck. And we don't have to put anything super big in these pages, but it just adds a little bit of interest and breaks that up. And I'm not sure that we're gonna get the tags made today, but I wanted to definitely get started making pieces and then go from there. Is that 4 inches? I think it's 4 inches. Yeah, that's 4 inches. So I'm going to just cut these 2 partial bears off the end over here. Are you giving me kisses? Thank you. She is not budging from that spot right now. Sweet girl. Okay, I have to go down in just a minute and get lunch started. So I'm trying to work this all out and get you guys some content and still manage my life. So it's a little crazy around here right now. I don't know where my glue book is. I do need to spend some time cleaning up. I do have a massive mess on this table. Not that that's super shocking, I know. Oh, you got big stretches. Don't step in the glue, please. Thank you. You're kind of in the way there, girlfriend. You in the way. So you guys know I typically this is 32-pound paper, and I just like to reinforce the top of that so that I know that when we are putting tags in and out of that pocket, we're not going to have an issue with tearing that paper. Or ideally we weren't. Don't put your foot in glue. Ideally we won't have any issues with that. You're warming up the project. It doesn't need warmed up. It's like almost 90 outside. Yeah. So can you move? Will you sit in the chair with me? Come on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully, oh, where'd you go? She jumped down. She did not want to be in the chair with me. Oh, goodness. Okay. Yeah, I love this. I love this paper. I'm so glad that you guys were like, yeah, graphic 45, because I'm like, yeah. And I was trying to just get my head wrapped around. You can see this is going to be a very small pocket, but sometimes those small pockets just allow for the cutest little things to be tucked in. You know, as we work on things, I think it just adds a little bit of something, gives us a horizontal piece versus, well, it allows us to stick things in here vertically versus the horizontal. I think that's what I'm trying to say. We'll see. I'm just going to round the edge of this though. Oh, that's soft. I knew better than to do that. It's all right. There's nothing that ink won't fix, you guys. Well, I don't know if that's a true statement, but you know what I mean. And I didn't realize until I started to pull these pieces out from Tracy's Christmas anthology kit from last year, that some of the colors in this kit are absolutely perfect with this graphic 45 paper. So it'll be really interesting to use what I have printed already. And like I said, I'm not necessarily sticking to any one digital creator outside of that official collaboration video that I made. And that truly is, like I said, I have so much stuff printed. Like, it just doesn't make sense to print a whole lot more until I dig through and see, because I've got like a few years worth of things printed. So now what will happen is, and I did not take that into account, I ordered 4-inch book rings, so I am going to ring bind this, and we'll have 2 rings in here. I'm gonna have to rethink this. I may have to put an extension on this piece. But if I have to attach it, I'll make it part of this side. I'm gonna have to work that out though before I make any more like full pages like this. So what I think is, I'm sorry, this is what happens. This is where the brain goes, you guys. I have to, so that's 8 3/4. So if I put one at like, come in 2 inches from the top and then 2 inches from the bottom, I think that would be good, because then that gives us 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3-ish inches in the middle. I might do the math and work that into thirds, but I'm not holding my breath for that. Okay, so I think the rings are supposed to come to either tomorrow or Wednesday. The book rings will get here, so that will help, you know, as we're moving forward and working in this. This is so cute. So I'm going to stickle this now just to add a little bit of shimmer to a couple of these snowflakes. I'm not going to do them all. It would take too long to dry. We would be here forever. I don't want to do that. Then while I'm down like prepping lunch, this can dry, assuming Chloe doesn't jump up here. And then we'll have it ready to punch and put on rings as we work. And I literally just finally made that decision like right now. I ordered the rings this morning for an option. Like, I have 2-inch rings, but when I was looking at them and my friend said 2-inch rings is, well, 2 of my friends told me 2-inch rings would not be big enough, especially since they both own a couple of my journals. They like know how chunky I end up making things. And so, yeah, they said I needed to get 4-inch book rings, and I was trying not to order something else. And so that was part of my hesitation in making a decision. But because I haven't done a ring-bound journal and the nature of this book, I thought, you know what, why not? And I am still struggling with this story not being full. I actually, before it gets too much hotter, hopefully I can start lunch and then go look. But I'm wondering if I have a Night Before Christmas book and the books I have from when my son was little. If I have one, hopefully I can use pages out of that and feel better about this story not being complete. I'm just hesitant to use the Little Golden Book and this. I don't know why. I'm just really struggling with that. And I think that's part of why I can't get my behind in gear for working on this journal. So I'm going to set this aside and let it dry and go start lunch. And I will try to look and see, oh, you know what? That's going to make for a great place to hang a charm off of that or a dangle off of that. That would be really cute. Where is my piece of paper? We got to make notes, you guys. Got to make notes. Oh, well, I'm grateful that I have a little bit of a creative spark this morning. I have to find my charms and dangles, though. Oh, I know where they are. Yeah. I can read that. You guys might not be able to read it, but I can read it. Oh, and I watched a video this morning. This lady was making like paperclip tabs. And I think I might make a few of those as well, because in the Tracy stuff, oh, it might not be Tracy. Let me see. Uh-oh. Oh, this is from the Winter Birds. But there's some words here, but I do have some winter words I know that were from Artie Mays as well. But these were really fun. Oh, what did I do? Where's that? Also have sticker book to choose from for words as well if we make some tabs like that. So all things to consider for this make. So I will be back later after lunch and go from there. All right, so when I say I have stuff printed, now there's more than just printed stuff in here, but there's a lot of stuff in here. So I'm really wanting to just use what I have. There's this sweet little image from Tracy's Christmas Anthology kit, and I thought that would be kind of cute tucked in the bear pocket. So, oh, I have this one from Victoria Designs. I really love this one. Let's see. I have this tag kit. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like everything that's in here, but I'm telling you, I don't need to print anything for quite a while. Ooh, there's a great envelope that we could, we're going to have to fashion something to this to extend it so we can punch it and put rings on that. We are totally using that for something. So what I'm looking for, this is how I go down the rabbit holes, you guys. I was just looking for something to back this with. And I think I might use a piece of that. Also just have that sheet. That's not going to match. I have some Artie Mays stuff. That's Graphics Fairy. I mean, I'm telling you, I've printed, oh, there we have some fun criminals in there. So, just lots of fun bits that we can use in here that are usable bits. Ooh, there's a full page. Okay, so I was just looking for something to back that with, and clearly I'm in a rabbit hole now digging through this to see what I even have. Some of this is stuff I just printed in December, and some of this, again, are things that I had have had printed for a really long time. So we will see what kind of fun eclectic things we can come up with to put in this journal. and I think it's going to end up being a lot of fun by the time we're done. Here we go. I'll just use this piece of cardstock because of the design on that. I don't necessarily love that and use that for much, but the alternative to that is no. Just back it and cut the brown part out, and it'll be fine. It will be backed, and then, but we'll cut this piece off and we can use that to trim something maybe, or edge something, I mean. Oh, one of our friends that we made in Florida a couple years ago, they have a place not too far from here that they stay at in the summer, and I just saw she broke her ankle, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And so I'm like, I have a knee scooter, I have a shower seat, so let me know if you need it. So I may end up having to take a little bit of a road trip to take her some things if she needs some stuff today. Told her I can make a meal and bring down. You guys know after last summer, I totally understand how hard it is to be down with a foot, and gosh, my heart just hurts for her. And she's like, her whole summer's ruined now. And I'm like, I totally understand, totally get it. So I feel so bad, but I was just gonna finish filming this and kind of finish making a couple pieces for this page. Then I'm gonna call her, see what she needs. Her husband is a over-the-road truck driver, so he's not home a lot of the time. So I don't know. I want to make sure she's got whatever help she needs and isn't left, you know, doesn't end up getting more hurt. She says she's really struggling with the crutches, which I totally understand. If you guys watched me last year, I mean, remember how bruised like my hands were from the crutches, and just had such a hard time just functioning with my foot. And poor thing, it's her right foot, so it's her driving foot. Oh gosh, literally I just saw this, so I was like, well, I'm gonna finish filming and then I'm gonna call her and see what I can do for her, what she needs. And it's at least a half hour to get to her house, I think, so I want to make sure that I make the trip count for what she needs, you know. So I don't know if her husband's in town right now or not. I haven't seen him posting anything about where he is, so I sure hope he's there to help her while she's adjusting, because it is tough nuggets, let me tell you, to be down with your foot. Like, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Nope. So anyway, I feel like I want to emboss the frame on this. Do I want to emboss it? What is that? That's grit paste. Wonder what that will do. But this is going to go in a pocket, so I don't really want to add much in the way of thickness to the piece. But I think we need to stamp something on the back here. Where is my... Here, this one's out. No. No. I don't know what I did with them all. So I have my lumberjack plaid here, and this is, oh, do I want to use lumberjack plaid or do I want to use my chalk ink? Because sometimes the distress inks don't like to stamp very nice. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay. I was hoping to do a second generation, but I don't know if a second generation is going to work or not to get the imprint. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I like it. Okay. And this is a brand new stamp, so that's part of why I wanted to stamp it a couple times too before I used it. Love that. Yes, I do. And that'll just put a little bit of interest on the back of this piece for us. So fun. All right. Hi, let go. Yes, it's so sweet. And it looks more vintage now because it is second generation and just kind of light with some interest on the back of that. I like it. Okay. I feel like the kids are coming in for their hot cocoa and get their candy cane off the Christmas tree while they're waiting for Christmas Eve festivities to begin. And they're going to be reading their book with their grandma about the night before Christmas, right? Creating traditions. Okay, so this piece, just hope that's dry. We'll just slide in here, maybe. That's a tight pocket. But I think it's cute in there. And then we have this pocket we need something in. And where's our little pile of tags that we did? So we could just put like these in here maybe with little trees poking out. I might move some of this around, but for now. And then we've got these bigger tags that could possibly go in here, or we make some more, you know. But they're thin. I don't have a lot of room in these pockets because I didn't like fold this over, leave room to fold that to allow more room for the pocket. But anyway, I think it'll be a fun piece. But we definitely, when we do the other side, have to extend this a little bit. We need some kind of a tag topper on these. Let's see, what do we want? We could punch. We could use the whale tab punch and just punch a couple of tabs out of a scrap or something, and that would work. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not that far yet, because those are things we're gonna have to add as we go. But I have the note on here for the charm. I have, you know, we have little things in the pockets, and it may change, you know, but I really like how this all, you know, now the paper pad, 2 different digitals, and all of the colors kind of work together. So as much as I tend to work with Tracy's kits because I absolutely love them, this Create a Paper Artisan kit, I really like it with the mice. I think it's really cute, and it goes really well with the 'Twas the Night Before Christmas story, and so I think that's going to be a really fun bit. But this side, again, we're going to have to put whatever we put on here, like if we put a pocket on this side, I'm going to have to leave, let me do it this way, just so you can see on this back side here. I'm going to have to leave something like this, and then that's what we'll use to put our holes in for our rings. Yep. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so I will get this edited and uploaded for you and figure out what we're going to work on next. And I want to, again, check on my friend and just see if she answered me yet, if she needs those things. And I will see you guys in the next video. Please do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if there's something that you want to see me do in one of these Christmas videos, please let me know. We will find a groove and get in a groove and get this journal moving. I feel good now that I have like a page done in here. So here's what will happen now. And I have to really study these and figure out like however it is that I want to use these pages because of the way that this opens, you know, and and go from there. So like this could be like a good piece for just to fit in there because the blue matches very nicely on that side. And actually the light blues pull, so I think maybe we'll stick it right there for right now. And I'm excited, and I think by doing the ring binding, as we create the pages to go in it, it's going to give us almost like a sense of accomplishment as we embellish the pages and put things in here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. I think we're going to like it, guys. I think it's going to be fun. Part of this is I have not made a ring bound before, so I'm a little, I don't want to use the word intimidated by it, but I mean, I'm a little intimidated by it, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And then once the rings come to, like we can punch the covers and put on the rings, figure out the story, get them on there. What I'm thinking I may do is open these up and run a piece of card so that I can, no, I'm going to have to, trim one side or the other of the page, because I want to leave these that shows that this book was spiral bound originally. But I think if I like trim this piece off, put a like I have to do on that piece we just made, then I can hole punch through that. Then it will still allow this actually to be opened, because truly if this was in here and you could open one of the sides, look at all that amazing journaling space that you have within the pages, if that makes sense. I did look and I do not have this story in my son's books. So I am just going to be okay without having the whole story. I think. We'll see. Clear as mud, right? Okay, you guys, have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Again, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and keep the wonderful, kind comments coming, you guys. I'm truly enjoying them. Bye.